Right, let's do this thing. Here we go.
Sierra Nevada.
That's it.
You dig it.
That's my
You
stuff.
like it. All right, hold on.
I love it. It makes me happy.
I'm glad to hear something
That's
brings
it.
joy to your life.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear something brings joy to your life as well. Hello, beautiful people. It is now Thursday. Oh my goodness, who let it be Thursday? It's Thursday, January 29th, 2026. My name is Brian Brushwood. It is go time for Office Hours. Office Hours is an hour dedicated all to you, and of course, right now we're in the middle of Scam School. Scam School was the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. It's great. 500 episodes of this thing. But then something terrible happened. YouTube is deprecating all the old library content, and now it's up to us to keep Scam School alive by telling the story. So think of Scam School as the Bible. That's not a stretch. And think of this as your Bible study. So that means we got to start by watching episode 5. Episode 5. How to trick your friends into being stuck to the bar. How to stick your friends to the bar. There we go. That's the episode we're looking at right now. Here it is in its entirety. Then I'm going to give you all the secrets.
Welcome to the show that's like the cool uncle that doesn't care how late you stay up or what the hell you watch on TV. Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. I'm Brian Brushwood, and while you're doing scams at the bar, sooner or later, you're going to run into someone who's had too much to drink or is a little too pushy about what he wants you to do. And when that happens, you rely on the thumb cuffs.
Dude, you said you're gonna show me some. Show me it.
God damn
You
it.
think you're hot stuff? You're talking all that crap. Let's go.
All right, what do you like to
Come
drink?
on, come on, come on.
What do you like to drink?
I'm Sierra. Beer.
Sierra beer.
Sierra Nevada.
All right,
You know, come
All
on.
right. Sierra Nevada.
That's it.
You dig it.
That's my
You
stuff.
like it. All right, hold
I
on.
love it. It makes me happy.
I'm glad to hear something
That's
brings
it.
joy to your life. All right, here's what I want you to do. You ready? You're gonna dig this, all right? Put your arms out. Put your arms out.
Hands. Okay, hands.
Hands too, right? All right, so here's what sticks the thumb out like this.
I
is
got
good-
big
No,
ones.
you're totally gonna dig this. All right, here we go.
Okay.
And do this, right? You're gonna bring it down, like that,
Like that.
all the way down.
Dude,
There
that's
you go.
down.
There you
Come
go.
on.
All right, no. Here we go. All right, you want to get that balanced? You want to get that balanced? You got it? All right, fantastic. You have a great evening, buddy. Take care.
Really?
That's it.
You're boggling my mind like that?
That's how you get rid of somebody who won't leave you the alone.
Dude, you're.
We can put it back. We can put it back. But that is for. Hey, come here, buddy. That is for you. Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
Take care, buddy. Now, the thumb cuffs is a great way to get rid of somebody who's had too much to drink or is too pushy. But nobody's going to applaud for you because, after all, it is sort of a dick move you're doing. If you have any success stories of how the thumb cuffs have worked for you, post them at the boards at revision3.com/scamschool. Any questions, write me directly at brian@revision3.com. And until next, what are we doing next week? Oh, next week we'll actually be learning how to make dental floss out of used tissue paper. Until then, I'm gonna have a beverage.
So that was actually the first episode to, I believe, have anything after the opening credits stuff. It's the first time that we were able to start kind of injecting rando personality into things. It also presented a little bit of a challenge in terms of how do we it's a one-note joke. It belongs, like, quite literally in a panel in a men's magazine. It's just an illustration and a story. So how do you bring that to life? So in this case, this was somebody interested in, I think what I told Eileen Rivera at the time was, give me somebody just really big who doesn't mind acting like a bit of an asshole, because we wanted him to be, there's an interesting line to tread where the biggest question I had going into scam school was, the problem, let me put it this way, the problem I was solving was that before scam school, all of these bar scams and tricks were all written with no social proof. They were all just the assertions of a magician or the author claiming this'll get them good. But of course, you don't know that. And so the whole purpose of me writing Cheats, Cons, Swindles, and Tricks, 57 Ways to Scam a Free Drink was to make sure that I battle tested each of those. And so I actually would go to the bars usually at whatever the local, at the Holiday Inn after the college show that I was doing. And I would give myself the rule of, I'll do the first beer, and then nowadays I would just say I would just extrovert my way through the rest. But basically I wanted to see which of the tricks were good or not. And this one, there always was a place for it, because there always is somebody who's been missing out in the social dynamics. You've got a cluster of people, you usually start with one person, you build up that enthusiasm, and then everybody's clearly having a good time. And then somebody who takes too long to join the in-group, we talked about seeing a movement being made yesterday, somebody who's late to it sometimes wants to assert themselves, so they'll kind of take a detached affectation as they come in, and they're all like, what? Oh, do one for me, do one for me. And it's that pushback against that, go magic monkey, do something. That having something like this is a good way to get around it. So what will happen in reality is you will, in performing this, you will essentially be saying, I am not your monkey, and I am not here to amuse you and have you figure stuff out. So instead, what you do is you set things up, you withhold information, you set things up, make sure it's filled all the way up to the very top and do that. And then by leaving them in an awkward situation, truthfully, whatever, so they let the drink drop, who cares? But the important thing is that your social status, you have asserted the hierarchy of I am the one in charge of how and when these tricks are meted out. And so in truth, I would say the most authentic use of this one would have been if somebody was pushing me to, do a trick, then I would do this and I would go on a bathroom break. And then, to be honest, I didn't care. They'll come back and they'll say, oh my God, he drank it and then he bit from the teeth and then he did whatever. Great. In which case we celebrate that person, we nurture them. Because when it comes to heckler energy, energy is energy. When you're crossing the Atlantic in a boat, a sailboat, you don't worry about when the wind is blowing the wrong direction. You worry when there's no wind. So in this case, even negative, show me a trick energy can be moved around. So if you come back and then they tell a story of, oh, he drank some of the water in there, or he drank a little bit off the top, bit down on it, set it to the side, and then drank it, then now you can celebrate him because he's still there and he's still playing your game. And I'm like, that's brilliant. Another one I've heard is example, or another one I've heard of is example. And then you can ask them straight out. You could say, do you know any bar tricks? And then if oftentimes they do, in which case, great. Now he knows his role is to step up and share the party, his gift for the party, and your job is to celebrate it and make him feel good and cool for having done so. There really is kind of a strange alchemy to all of this, where if you do it right, you get everybody on your team and you create this organism out of nothing. I have a whole bunch of production notes, but first, for anybody not seeing one of these before, this is Office Hours. I try to go live every single day. We'll see how long this lasts, but for right now, at the very least, we can bring new behind-the-scenes information, wisdom, I've heard it called, for these classic episodes of Scam School. But of course, we have to celebrate the hardest of the hardcore, the Diamond Club, the elite, the people who pay with the only currency, the only coin of the realm that matters to me, and that's your time, energy, and effort. Hello, Judith of Deepfake. Hello, Che, who told me that today is Anton Chekhov's birthday. Happy birthday, Anton Chekhov. I hope maybe it'll turn into something. Nobody knows. Oh, yeah, it's Adam. Good to see you in the chat. Dylan Theus, the old school of the mic ruler, the OG. Good morning in the news this morning. Matt York. Hello, BioCow. Hello, Che. Hello, Mentorat. Ooh, that's a relatively new name that I haven't locked in yet. I'm excited about this. Yeah, the only show dedicated to getting that first free drink before noon. Hell yeah. Hello, iWacko, and a good Mr. Happy Pants to you too, sir. Meow, meow. I wonder where that came from. I still have to play for you guys the alternate takes on the Scam School theme. Hello, Dark Wolf. Hello, Craig. Hello, Cliff Horn. Hello, Hawk Worley. Hello, Dark Wolf and Austin. Taylor. Killer Spud, and Annalisa, and hello, Anthony Mark. Excellent. All right, so let's talk about some of the production notes on all this stuff. First of all, take a look at how just dark everything used to be. And this was not a case of anything other than just, these were very, very good cameras. They were HD cameras, elite at the time, but it just took a massive amount of light to see anything, and the fall off was huge. I think this is when we pivoted away from the soft boxes that we used in those first 3 episodes to ooh, that's loud indeed. Here we go. That's a fine shot. I like that there's actual, I don't think these are paid extras. This is the first time we're doing it on the street. And you can definitely tell this is after they've decided to go forward with the show and we're banking episodes. Oh, look at that. Some actual magic. I was really surprised. I actually had complicated feelings about double middle fingers because I loved it because it's closer to how authentic Brian Brush would be like, but I was worried that it was off-putting because I'm still thinking about the world of corporate gigs and all that stuff. And this guy, I don't know if he knew he was signing up to be called the punk ass, but this guy, I sort of cued him where I didn't want him to be inauthentic, but I did want him to just kind of ramp up the like pushing around energy. And you could tell this is pretty early for us to be doing any acting in there, but I felt at the time that we were pretty close to a version of authentic on all this.
You said you're gonna show me some. Show me it.
Also, nowadays, look at the color grading. Like, just the technology didn't exist. We got, this is so super washed
Show
out.
me some.
And then it changes color palettes.
You think you're hot stuff, you're talking all.
But at the time, that probably would have been a plus because it would have been very clear that this is a multi-camera shoot.
Go.
All right. What do you like to drink?
Come on.
What do you like to drink?
I'm Sierra. Beer.
Sierra beer.
It makes me happy.
I'm glad.
I got big ones.
No, you're totally gonna dig this. All right, here we go.
You can tell the camera gets a lot happier once it's got a decent amount of light to work with. And then in this case, because I knew I was on the hunt for authentic reactions, I did withhold from him what the bit would be. And so you do get this kind of genuinely confused moment, and then you get a moment that he glances up and then he remembers, oh wait, we're doing a bit. Like that's him.
Really?
That's it.
You boggling my mind like that?
That's how.
No, but that guy was a good sport. Oh man, that's one I don't remember his name on. Wow. 20 years ago, and I never followed up with him. That's interesting. So here's a fun game. I actually wonder whether or not, here was an idle thought that popped into my mind. I wondered if it was possible for us to essentially, I wonder if we could AI upscale everything and make it into a narrative movie. Take each of these bits and tie them together with a bit of, I don't know, like in character, because you got all these. Well, here let's see what happens if we. Oh yeah, here we go. I'll turn off autoplay. That's the way to be. Let's see, where's a good shot?
For you, post them at the boards at revision3.com/scamschool. Any questions, write me directly at brian@revision3.com. And until next, what are we doing next week?
That's so interesting because I wonder if that's an artifact of the lighting or stuff, but it looks like there's so many raccoon eyes back in the day. That's something that I noticed. I don't know if that's a camera. Did I ever call a girl finger cuffs? Not to her face.
Not to her face.
That's a bad bit. Judith Opadik is saying you probably could, but should you? Jurassic Park has taught us nothing. You guys know my position, man. We are on the journey from Vanilla Ice's Ice Ice Baby to Prodigy's Smack My Bitch Up. If you have a problem with Prodigy's Smack My Bitch Up, come at me. Greatest song of the mid 90s. Wait, was it 1995 they came out with that? Yeah. So yes, we are currently emerging from the stupid phase of stuff because it's difficult to tell where the creatives are, but we are entering to the phase where it's unambiguous that something fascinating is going on right now. Everything has red eye reduction now. Well, that's true for still photos, right? Yeah. Well, here, I wonder if we could do a deep fake with this. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah. Boop. And then beep. And then save. Open this. Save as. Save as. Yeah. All right. And we'll do some reference face. All right. So I'm off that way. Okay. Here we go. Here, I gotta stop and start this. What are we doing next week? Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna travel to the future. We're gonna start hosting office hours. 20 years from now, this is gonna be a show about a time 20 years ago. That's neat. There we go. We'll just see what that looks like. Oh. By the way, Anton Chekhov. Happy birthday, Anton Chekhov. Well, here, I'll actually save that until after we do a thing. Let's go to beep pa 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 beep pa 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 beep 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 pa beep pa 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 beep pa pa. Motion control. Motion control. Everybody, we're on a roll. Everybody knows it's motion control. Add your character. Oh, wait, this is new. Oh, that's new. That's hilarious. Wait, where am I? Okay, so now I gotta grab this and move this over. I'll take the previous, today's the 29th. I'll grab this right here. You know what? I just had a crazy idea. Oh my God, the idea is too crazy. Oh, get out of here. Making me sign up again to my own thing. Stop selling me things. Add motion and copy, yeah, this one. There we go. Motion control. I guess it's gonna upload for a bit. But in the meantime, we can already start working on this. Oh, buddy. Generate. So I'll tell you what. Like, okay, let's hypothesize that. Oh, by the way, I noticed that it's Anton Chekhov's birthday, so I noticed. Sorry, Che told me. Che hit me up to the fact that Anton Chekhov's birthday is today, and I thought this was hilarious. I said, give me 5 dad jokes about Anton Chekhov. Today's his birthday. And it says, okay, dad joke mode, serious literature, maximum grown. Here we go. Why did Anton Chekhov hate long introductions? Because if there's a backstory in Act 1, it better emotionally devastrate someone by Act 3. Meh, meh. Chekhov walks into a bar. Everyone quietly suffers. Nothing really happens, and somehow it's still brilliant. Why didn't Chekhov ever play first-person shooters? If there's a gun on the screen in the first hour, it has to go off eventually, and that's just too much pressure. All of these, unbelievably bad. And it says, if you want, I can make them worse. Oh, wait, that's interesting. Did this? Oh, interesting. Did I? Oh, let's try that again. Here we go. Now they work. Yeah, right? Dad jokes have to be at least jokes. So that's why I said make them funny. Make me, Brian Brushwood, laugh. Here's the part I don't like about ChatGPT. All right, no polite literature club chuckles. I'm aiming for a spit take from a man who's explained expected value with satanic currency. I believe it's referencing the devil's coin paradox. But so apparently that's who Brian Brushwood is to this robot. A man who's explained expected value with satanic currency. Here we go. New set. So what is Brian Brushwood like apparently? Meaner, dumber, sharper. Anton Chekhov invented the first jump scare. It takes just 3 acts and a crippling sense of regret. See, that's better. People say Chekhov is all about guns. False. He's actually about emotional weapons quietly left on the mantle while everyone drinks tea and hates their life. Better. Chekhov saw Shakespeare and said, but what if nothing happens? But correctly, Why did Chekhov hate magic tricks? Because if you show a rabbit in Act 1, by Act 3, the rabbit must confront the emptiness of rural Russia and die quietly off stage. Now we're talking. Now you're dialed in. That is a Brian Brushwood Chekhov dad joke. Chekhov's real rule wasn't about guns. It was, if you introduce hope early, you must responsibly euthanize it before the curtain. No, I'm going to say the magic trick ones is the best. That's the winner we got there. All right, meanwhile, we got this one in queue. If that didn't quite land, I could go even darker, dumber, meta, or barbet explainable in 12 seconds. Say the word. Oof, oof. Yeah, 4 is actually pretty good for a robot. Well, so Judith, what that got me thinking of is when you asked the Jurassic Park question of just because you can, should you? It made me think like, well, if I was doing it, pulling it out of the mental budget of I am creating art for you, then I probably, I don't know, because I can see like, okay, right now, all of the old Scam School episodes, 30 minutes of them, are all locked into an impenetrable, unwatchable, ancient format. And right now, again, this is the stoic thing, is, you know, you figure out what you can do, what you can't do, and you affect the things you can, and you don't worry about the things you can't. I can't immediately summon, because the right way to do it is to take all this material and shoot it again with Josie at glamorous bars in place, with Brian couched as the old wolf and the battle-scarred, grizzled vet, and Josie beginning the arc not into magic, but maybe by the end having a begrudging respect for it, and meanwhile being awesome and funny and talented along the way. That's the right way to do it. A non-zero way to do it is the way we're doing it every day, where it's like we're at least telling the story of all these in a present tense time capsule of each of these, with the benefit of wisdom, looking back. You guys get the second layer of the behind the scenes information. But I wonder, but I wouldn't take these as they are and upload them into the main feed. Currently, I'm just very much a fan of the fact that live streams allow are kind of meander into the suggested feeds. By the way, I am convinced that this is a quiet nudge that is going to have big outsized effects for the future of YouTube. I think that part of the reason, well, I know that part of the reason I'm investing so much time, energy, and effort in building up the reps on this stuff is so that we can, oh no, okay, good, it was image, is so that we can build up the muscle memory and get the party going so that we all know there's something electric happening around this time. But if I'm solving on behalf of YouTube, then a thing I am solving for is I'm going to highly incentivize all my creators to go live a lot, and out of that find stuff. And to be honest, you guys, here, we could do a little behind the scenes poking around. Place your bets. Place your bets. You guys have watched as I have increasingly, oh, nope, that's a client. Let me switch this. You guys have watched as I've increasingly poked at the edges of Content ID. Most of it is with all of the Scam School stuff because I'd be thrilled if all of that segments got claimed. But I think that the live stream is not settled science. And for context, authentically, in a fair use manner, I did play a little bit of HBO copyrighted material yesterday. And part of that was to see how you guys liked it, but another part of it was to see whether or not it would get claimed by Content ID. Now, I was playing it from YouTube, so I was kind of betting, oh, wait. Oh, monetization is off. But I don't see. Yeah. I don't see any restrictions. If there were any restrictions, they would have already shown up. Interesting. Very interesting. How about that? So in this case, yeah, that's great. All right. So this guy's still in progress. Here, we can look at some more analytics right now. Just right before we went live, I released another short promoting the Lucille Ball Tooth episode, which is a great episode. I think it's quite good. Oh, wait a minute. What did I just see? I didn't like this at all. Did you see that? Did you see that little herky jerk up here? Watch this. Bloop. See that? Watch this. Watch this, my friends. Here's a thing I didn't know how to do a week ago, but I can do now. I can swap these two. And now, look what happens. Now we go from this. Oh, look at that. Save that difference. The mental map just gets built bigger and bigger. I'm telling you guys, The Extended Mind by Annie M. Paul, game-changing book. Once you wrap your mind around the fact that all of your mind is not just what's inside your dumb noggin, it is entirely on the habits, routine, and the external situations that you set up to cue yourself, building up the muscle memory, it all makes a lot more sense. But at any rate, so this guy's off to a good start. Here's the number I peak for is the engagement number, and we're at 70%, which is not bad. Not bad. So Judith says pretty good for a robot. Oh, but here's my question about or my point, I suppose. You know what? I'm gonna make one change, guys. I think that on all of these shots, no, that is pretty good. Never mind. Take it back. On the question of should we, I suspect that if I was to upload a video, it would not be these live stream style, very loosey-goosey, hour-long experiences. But I could see taking all of them and condensing them into a coherent narrative that is all of the kind of glamorous, because we're still portraying in these early days Brian as the glamorous person at the bar. I don't know. It seems like there would be something there. That's right. Che missionaries. Question on ads on YouTube. If I skip the ad, does that impact the CPMs or pay to the artist? No, not at all. As a matter of fact, when you click skip an ad, those are actually the most valuable, because if you just let an ad play, they have no idea if you're getting a cup of coffee during that time or not. But if you skip the ad, then everybody who pays for the ad knows that not only, in fact, their favorite kind of skip is the one that happens as soon as it shows up, because that means you were paying so much attention to the ad that your finger was over the trigger. So the moment it was over, and you knew it was over because the thing showed up and you almost certainly heard whatever the value proposition was, and you clicked on it, that is an engaged ad. So those are the most valuable of all of them. That's great. Judith, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I want to keep on going. Somebody was chewing on, some kind of genius is like, whoa, man, you're just going to run out of episodes. And I'm like, yes, in 533 days, I will have run out of episodes if I only restrain myself to refreshing Scam School episodes. Do I think there is anything else worth revisiting during that time? I suspect that we have plenty of content to go for a long time. But you'll notice that the very beginning of the program, because the title and the thumbnail, we're now in the part of the program where I get to be in the weeds on all this stuff. We're at the 35-minute mark. If you're here, it's because you're here for this experience. But that beginning should always begin transactional. Today, what I tried for 2 days in a row is beginning with a transactional 3 to 5 seconds, the best part of the episode, pull back, remind people, give them a sense of where we are, then jump in with the episode with the promise that on the other side of the episode, we're going to learn more context on there and then get up to shenanigans. And so far, that feels like a pretty good pace to let everything unfold at. Oh my gosh. And we have a deepfake. Let me do this. Yow. What are we doing next week? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to travel to the future. We're going to start hosting office hours. Jesus Christ. 20 years from now, this is going to be a show about a time 20 years ago. That's neat. That's horrifying. Wow. Also, what are we doing next week? It filled out it filled out my hair incorrectly. Oh, what a monstrosity. Here, let's compare that to the actual thing. So this is something I expect Higgs Field is going to add is more clips for more context, right? So right now it only has this one thing. I suspect you'll be able to do an original video for context. I wonder if...
What are we doing next week?
Yeah.
Oh, next week, Brian. And next week we'll actually be learning how to make... How to make dental floss out of you. Oh, next week we'll actually be learning how to make...
We'll see if this one does any better. That's hilarious. Okay, and so we'll do this one. Oh wait, where did I not save it? There we go. Yeah, that's the wrong one. Pop that. Pop that. No. This one. There we go. Try saving this. And kill it. Kill it. We'll try. Was this the better one? That's the better one, right? Why you take so long to load? So silly. So silly. Show me. Show me the picture. Why do you wait so long? It's going to open 5 of them now. Whatever, I'll assume this is the right one. Look at how shiny it made my face too. I don't think
What are we doing next week? Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna travel to the future.
It also the background just became dead. Normally it would add dynamism. Oh, you know
What
what?
are we doing next week? Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna travel to the future. We're gonna start hosting office hours.
That's so weird.
Time 20 years ago. That's neat.
It also, so the shadow's interesting too, because the shadow was not on the source material, but it did correctly identify that there was light coming in from this side, and it did correctly identify that there would probably be a drop off on there.
From now, this is gonna be a show about a time 20 years ago. That's neat.
Grotesque. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to kill this one. We'll try again. That one again. And then let's do let's do a prompt. I thought there was a prompt place on here. Nope, I guess there's not. I'll just generate it. We'll see if that one does any better. So weird. Oh, look at that. I love it. None of these things are freaking out in the wrong way. Got my orders layered. Yep. Nailing it. Crushing it. Got it. Boom. It did the shadow of the hand on the face. That is kind of cool. Yeah, I did not see that coming. I did look a bit like Bryan Cranston. Yeah, just name it to school. Although I was thinking that a slight distinction that we could do would be to here, like instead of scam school, we could make it just at scam school, the name of the channel, school. That seems like that could work. But as long as everybody, the name of the game is just clarity is the big thing. Why did I smear my face with oil in SF? You know what? I bet the source image, let's look at the source image. I think I was a bit shiny. In fact, if I remember correctly, I asked Teller for notes on this back in the day, and he very kindly said that the same, what was it? The same shiny skin that gives you a jubilant, youthful look can look shiny. Try some powder. So I think this is before I had gotten that advice. But no, it doesn't look that shiny.
/scam school. Any questions?
Oh no, actually, I think maybe it misinterpreted the shine on my hair there.
Write me directly at brian@revision3.com. And until next, what are we doing next week? Oh, next week we'll actually be learning how to make dental floss out of used tissue paper. Until then.
That is kind of funny. Just call it SS School. No problem with that. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's try this on for size. It's probably more than I'd expected, but I wonder how much Discovery wants the rights for Scam School. To be clear, it's been bought and sold. It's just in the back catalog. Like nobody. This is me being careful to make sure I'm not talking out of school. We wrapped up Scam School with the intention of me continuing to keep the channel alive, flowing, and most importantly, celebrating the back catalog, because they continue to make a lot of money on all of the ad revenues for the entire back catalog of Scam School stuff. So it honestly is that sweetheart fairy tale of an ending where everybody's happy. Like they got everything that they wanted out of Scam School, and now the circle is complete there. I was able to go forward with the spiritual successor, and now, to be honest, the thing that drives me the hardest to go back and celebrate this back catalog is the YouTube algorithmic changes in terms of the recency bias. Here's a fun experiment. Check this out. This was a test that I was curious to know if it would work. If you go to YouTube, first of all, go to YouTube in an incognito browser. This is an important thing that I tell clients. Notice that there is no front page of YouTube. YouTube is only in the business of figuring out who is the viewer and what would they like. And so you notice that it can't show you anything. But let's say you wanted to find episode 3 of Scam School. So you type Scam School episode 3, and it's like bang your head. That's what we're looking for. Look at this. The original episode there's the recent version were revisited. Here's a Scam School related thing. This is the most recent thing, are the 2 streams that you're watching right now. Then it's a recent thing from a day ago, and it's another recent thing, and it's another recent thing, and another recent thing. So if I just say, let's get rid of episode 3, let's just say, no, I want the bang your head. I'm gonna do, give me Scam School. In fact, bang your head. Okay, well, you want Scam School. Here's Scam School, bang your head. Nope. Oh, wait. Nope. That's Scam School Remix. So if we do at Scam School, episode 3, bang your head. I don't think it's going to show it. That's so crazy. Now we could do, let's do episode 2, the puzzle. So again, the recency bias, it's giving the live stream. This is 9 years ago, the remix version of it. That's so crazy. Now, meanwhile, if we go over to archive.org, what? So all of the Scam School ones are up on. Yeah, look at this. All of these are on archive.org. I wonder how different they look on archive.org. There we go.
Okay. First of all, I want you to see we got 2 decks of cards. Nothing tricky about them. They're still in the actual sealed cellophane. Which one of those do you want to use for you? Which one do you want to use for me?
That looks pretty good. Let's see. Scam School episode Bang Your Head. That's crazy. Ah.
It may not necessarily get you a free drink. It may necessarily get your ass kicked, but it will be. If you're able to get the quarter to fall off.
Oh, wow. That's so wild. You can see the compression artifacts much more on the archive.org
in less
version.
than 3 hits. I'll show you. So here's what you're going to do. You want to
compared to the algorithmic polish that that YouTube does automatically. That's crazy. Okay, so let's see if we got. Oh, in progress. In progress. Okay, we got about 10 minutes, and then Justin Robert Young's going to show up. We're going to do the bones. Hey, it occurs to me that somebody, maybe not anybody watching now live, because all of you guys, but somebody showing up after the fact maybe was like, oh, seems like there's a bit of a journey happening here. I'm trying to get my footing in this crazy world. Yeah, look, there's some patronage you need to set up with. First of all, if you have any questions, hit me up, brian@schwood.com. The robots are trying to separate us. We're not going to let it happen. Patreon.com/modernrogue. That is where you can keep us loud, live, and independent. That's where, look, no matter what, Brian's going to show up. But the best version of Brian is the version of Brian that is able to keep Modern Rogue HQ afloat. Because we can do big events like the Founders Day event. By the way, yes, I know we have to figure out what we're doing for Founders Day this year. But the thing that funds all of that is the ongoing support at patreon.com/modernrogue. So chip in. There's going to be increasingly more extras, including the zine that Ryer and I are working on. And if you want to support another way, check this out. I'm going to give you guys a secret. Here, we're going to do this live. There is. If you go to, I guess, ballyhooscamstuff.com. There we go. ballyhoo.scamstuff.com. Here, I'll write it for you. Let's do this. Right-click title editor. Boom. ballyhoo.scamstuff.com. Pew, pew, pew. That's going to take you to our newest lockable puzzle box. If you say puzzle box, I don't want to overstate it. It's a very clever lockable box. The genius of Ballyhoo is that it has everything. It has everything, and it is growing. What we want you to do is, I'm about to upload the entire Josie saga. 9.5 hours, 70 tricks. You get to see Josie go from a teenager to a full-grown adult over 9.5 hours, all perfectly curated, all perfectly arranged, no fluff, everything just in one file exactly the way you'd want. You'd be able to drift right through, see Brian's hair grow way too long during the pandemic. I see him go from at the bar and on the street into a garage with his daughter and then come back out the other side. All of that, and my full 3-hour penguin lecture, and rarities, behind the scenes stuff. It's all in the Roustabout Society, and the way you get there is by going to ballyhoo.scamstuff.com. Now here's the thing. You're going to see 3 flavors of the boxes. Technically, the general admission one does not get Roustabout access, but we're sort of looking the other way for now when you get started. So if I were you, I would grab the general admission, the lowest cost Ballyhoo box, because it is an ongoing content adventure that we're just going to have more and more of as we go forward. So that's ballyhoo.scamstuff.com. And if you're price sensitive on the VIP, hit me up and I'll email you a code, a secret discount code. Just send me an email, brian@schwood.com. And then I did not show you brian@schwood.com. That's fine. All right, we got time for questions, and then hopefully we'll see whether or not this other deepfake came out any better. Sixter says, I'm confused by the YouTube algorithm sometimes. Sometimes 8-year-old videos are suggested. This suggests videos that I've watched, but removes the red line showing how much I've watched. It'll do that. It could be that the last time you watched it to completion. The For You tab off on the side. Here we go. Usually these over here, it's going to be 1/3. Oh, I was looking at under somebody else's account. There we go. Usually these are going to be 1/3 new things that it thinks are relevant to you. There'll be a recency bias. 1/3 old things that you've already watched. Because it knows that sometimes you watch a video and then you want to show it to a friend. Because I probably about 1/3 of the time that you're looking or thinking of a video, it's one that you've already seen that you want to share or revisit. And there's 1/3 that'll be experimentation. That'll be, sometimes you'll get creators just out of nowhere. For example, this, in this case, I searched for synth music, which is what tipped me off to Synth Mage. But that makes sense. It'll do confusing things. Whenever it's confusing you, just think it is trying things out, because that is the genius of the YouTube algorithm, is that it tests. It has no ego to bruise. It's like the Borg. It just keeps testing everything and adapting to however things are, which is good/sociopathic for it to do. If it were a human, it would be creepy. Ooh, okay. All right, place your bets. Place your bets. Do we think this worked any better?
What are we doing next week? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to travel to the future. We're going to start hosting office hours. 20 years from now, this is going to be a show about a time 20 years ago. That's neat.
That's not bad.
What are we doing next week? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to travel to the future. We're going to start hosting office hours. 20 years from now, this is going to be a show about a time.
Oh my God.
20 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't
That's neat.
notice the ghosting of the hands or the. I didn't even.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're going to
How did I not
We're gonna start hosting office
notice?
hours.
How did
20
I
years
not
from now,
notice this? Hold on.
This is gonna be a
Let,
show about a show
let me
about a time
find.
20 years ago.
Oh my
That's
God.
neat.
That's amazing. Here, let's.
What are we doing next week?
Oh,
yeah,
wait.
that's right. We're going to travel to the future.
Reset.
We're going to start hosting office hours. 20 years
Oh my
from
God.
now, this is going to be a show about a time 20 years ago. That's neat. What are we doing next week?
Oh,
yeah,
look,
that's right.
guys.
We're gonna travel
Look,
to the
guys.
future.
In
We're
the
gonna
old
start
days,
hosting office hours.
video
20
artifacts
years from
were
now,
just
this
ugly
is gonna
and
be a
boring
show
and
about a show about a time
gross
20 years ago.
boxes. I am here for the contextual artifacts that are so much weirder and more
What are we doing next
interesting.
week?
We're
Oh,
gonna
yeah, that's
miss
right.
these
We're gonna
days,
travel to
guys.
the future. We're
I mean,
start
you're gonna be
hosting office
horrified,
hours.
but like 10
20
years from now, adding
this is
extra
gonna be a
fingers
show
will be an
about a
aesthetic.
show about a time
Just
20
like
years
overly
ago.
glitched out
That's
videos became a became an aesthetic.
What are we
Oh.
doing next week? Oh yeah, that's right. We're
Oh,
gonna
that's
travel
so
to the
good.
future. We're going to start hosting office hours. 20
Oh, no.
years from now, this is going to be a show about a time 20 years ago.
Oh wait.
That's neat.
Oh no, what did I do? I broke something.
What are we doing next week?
How do I
Oh
undo?
yeah, that's right. We're going to travel to the future. We're going to start hosting office hours. 20 years from now.
Shush,
this
shush,
is
shush,
gonna
shush.
be a
Oh wait, my
show
hand
about
my
a
hand goes
show
away. Hold on. I got to figure out what I broke. I broke something bad. Okay. Reset. There we go. Okay. That's apparently what I did. Oh, that's so funny.
What are we doing next week? Oh yeah, that's right. We're going to travel to the future.
This
We're going
hand.
to start hosting office hours. 20 years from now.
Oh no. Why did I
this
freeze?
is going to be a
All right.
show about a time 20 years ago.
Okay. All right. I'm going to leave it right there. All right. So long, you beautiful people. We will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, don't forget about the Discords. I guess, is there, Annalisa, is there an official office hours Discord land? Is that in Diamond Club? Y'all figure it out. All right. I'll see you guys. Bye.